Hello everyone, this is Crystal, and today I am going to be sharing how to make this cute little pizza box. This box is measured 3.5 by 3.5, and you open it up and it has reinforced sides here on it, and like a traditional purist pizza box, the flaps go on the inside as it goes down, and then these little flaps slide down inside of here. You probably have seen a lot of these pizza boxes on Pinterest and on Facebook and that, because right now it's all the rage. But to buy the pizza boxes can be pretty expensive. Plus, if you order them, you've got to wait for them to come in. And if you're anything like me, when I see something I want to make it now. I don't want to wait. So let me show you how I made. Let's get started. First, you're going to start off with a piece of heavy-duty cardstock. You want a thick cardstock. This is a 110-pound cardstock, and it measures 7.5 by 10. And we're going to score this at, on the 7-inch side. Let me check just to make sure. Yeah, on the 7.5 inch side, we're going to score it at 1 inch, 2 inches, 5.5, and 6.5. So basically it's a 1 inch, 2 inch, and you could turn it around and it's 1 inch, 2 inch. Now we're going to turn it on the 10-inch side, and we're going to score it at 1 inch. Oops, need to hold that firm. Okay, a 1 inch side, 1 inch, and then a 5.5, no, 4.5, 4.5 first, then a 5.5, and then at 9. So basically what you have is 1 inch on both sides, and there's 1 inch center in the middle. Okay, and now for cutting it out. And this is actually really easy. I've messed it up a couple of times, but I messed this up a couple of times cutting it out before, but I cut a template out and I took a picture of it, and it'll be on the YouTube video so you can see exactly where you're supposed to cut. First thing you want to do is you want to cut up on these score lines. You want to cut all the way up to the 2-inch line. On this long, on the 10-inch side, all the way up, all of them. And if you do it the way I'm showing you, you won't mess up. I tried doing one side and then the other, and I found that I need to do both sides together. And you can make these out of craft cardstock. Those would be cute too. Because pizza boxes are either in craft or white. Or you could do it, you know, any color. You could do it in a spring color for Easter. Whatever. Okay, now this comes the tricky part. These two sides are the same, and these two sides are the same. So what we want to do on these two sides down here, we want to cut this off and this completely off. We use bigger scissors. So do the same thing over here. Get those two cut off. Now this one, we want to cut just half of this through here. There's no score line here, but we just want to cut like half of this little tab off, because this is what gets folded inside the box. Okay. And then on this one, we just want to cut half of that again. So as you see, we cut two of these two 1-inch sections off on both sides. Then we cut a 1/2 inch off of each one of these and a 1/2 inch off on here and here. Okay, now when we go to score, or not score, when we go to fold, this one has a score line here. We don't want to fold on that. And it's the same way on this flap here. And we'll be doing a lot of trimming as we go to make this fit. You definitely want to score and burnish the edges here. Or not the edges, but the folds. Oops. I'm going to burnish this one. Okay, this here is the bottom of the box, and this here's our lid. And what I'm going to do first is, I cut these edges, but I want to make sure, I want to trim these down just a little bit more because I want to make sure that they, well, maybe they will, fit. This one's a little too tight. So I want to make sure that it sits right down on that box, because if it's too tall, it'll hold it up. So you might want to test it first. Go a little bit more. Just a little more of a smidgen here off. There we go. Try this one. This one seems fine. Now we want to go through and we want to, these other scissors, they're sharper, but they're short. We want to cut a little wedge out here. And another wedge right here. Cut a little bit more back. And these two edges I want to cut just a little bit off of there because I want it to have a nice crisp square look to the box. Yeah, and these pizza boxes, like I said, they're all the rage right now. All over Pinterest and YouTube. And designs that they've done with them. And this one I need to trim it back too. Yeah, with these boxes, I mean, they put cookies in them. You can put a small pizza in it. You could, I've seen it done for weddings with a small little pizza in here. They've had cookies, they've had brownies, they've had gift cards, they have boxes of like thank you cards. You name it, the sky's the limit what you could put in here. Okay, I want to trim back a little bit of this edge here too. And my next several videos will be using the pizza boxes, and I'll be showing you other projects to do with them. So you want to stay tuned. And you want to watch for my next videos, next couple of videos. I think I got enough of it trimmed down now. We'll find out. Now, one of the most important steps you're going to find is this piece right here between these two. This is where you're going to put your glue. You do not want to put it here, because what happens is we're going to fold this up. We'll put the glue here, and we're going to fold this over. I'm going to fold this over like this so the glue's on. No, we don't want, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. We want to put the glue on the outside edges, not the inside, because we want to be able to fold this up, fold it over, and still have a little pocket right here that we can slide our little tab in. So if you put the glue, on the outside here of the box here, then you won't be able to put your little tab in. And that's the mistake I made on my first box I made. I put the glue in the wrong place. So I'm just going to use some of my old trusty art glitter glue. A lot of people use that sticky tape. I don't always have good luck with sticky tape. It could be just the brand that I have. But this also gives me more wiggle room. And you want to make sure your corners are up and square here too. I'll take my bone folder. I'm just going to press it inside really good here. Gives it a nice crease, plus it causes that glue to really bond good. That looks good. So we're going to put the glue here on this one too. Hopefully I got enough of that paper cut back. No, I didn't. If you notice, when I was trying to put this over, it wasn't going over where my fold line was. It means I didn't trim enough of this back, and it's holding it up. And we don't want it to do that. We want it to be nice and square. There you go. Makes all the difference in the world. There, it's nice and square and firm. And now we're going to try and fold this down. If it doesn't want to fold down in and go square, oh, it did. No. It did. It keeps popping up here, so that just means we need to cut back a little bit more here, possibly. And oh, and I see I didn't cut it here. This is what the problem is. There. This one needs a little bit more. You can see where it's bending right there. There's a little bit more cut back right there. Let's see if it'll fit better or not. There it goes. Yep. Okay, now to do this flap. This flap's kind of tricky. I cut mine in half again. And I also will trim it. And then I will take my scissors and just round the edges off. Just round them off a little bit. They don't have to be perfect, but the rounding of the corners makes it easier to slide into that little slot. And then just kind of round the edges off. And didn't take that one back all the way. Okay, so we'll round this a little bit too, then more. There we go. It didn't, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, this is what it does. And then, lots of times I take my scissors and I'll go right in there and I'll push that out a little bit, just to make it easier for it to go in. That's hitting. That needs a little bit more cut back there too. There. So I'll slide that in here. And there you go. Okay, the only thing it needs now is a little finger place to be able to pull this up. You could use a circle punch, or I'm using an oval punch, or you could just draw something, or it could be any kind of a punch. It could even be a scallop punch. I just kind of put this in and kind of eyeball it there. And punch just a little bit out. Back in. And there you go. You got your own cute little pizza box that cost you pennies to make and only took you maybe 5 or 10 minutes to make it. So if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. And all my measurements will be on my blog. And please watch for my next couple of videos that will be out that will show you how to use these pizza boxes for other crafts. Bye for now. Happy crafting!